You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good.
You know, I've got all your My Pillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, My Pillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get two My Pillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling six-piece bath sets or kitchen towel sets is just $29.98. Our famous standard My Pillow is only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use My Pillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our spring killing green bed sheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to mypillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all My Pillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get two standard My Pillows absolutely free.
Hey, there we go. We are live, guys. Welcome back here. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. We're still doing some testing, but we are going to bring you a show, and we're going to bring you an epic video from our good friend Ben Bergquam. So I've hooked up another gadget, if you will, and I want to see if this gadget will help. As long as I don't hit the wrong button, I think this gadget will help. Yeah, so we'll get into that here in a little while. Let me open this all the way up so it's just ready to go. But thanks for tuning in, guys.
God bless.
Hold on. Why does it do that? Nice. Is there an echo? Oh, I didn't even... Why was there an echo? Hold on. I might just end it. Let's see. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2. Yeah, I'm not having an echo. Only when Mike was on. Okay, yeah, I'll deal with that later. I don't even know what we're gonna do with that. I got to talk to Will. Whenever he texts me back, maybe it's because I'm white. He don't like me, but I will look into all that here in a little while. Hopefully the rest of the stuff will work for us today, and that would be excellent. Trying to figure out. Let's do that. All right. So let's get into some stuff here. Hold on. Why is this messed up now? All right. So just some topics from today, and then we're going to play an epic video that Ben did. But got some decent information today, right? Let's see if we hit go, if it's going to work. It is going to work. Breaking, USAID officially shut down today with its remaining programs transferred to the U.S. State Department per Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The Trump administration canceled over 80% of USAID's 5,200 programs after a 6-week review, citing misalignment with the nation's interest. As of July 1st, USAID will officially cease to implement foreign assistance, Rubio wrote in a post on Substack. Foreign assistance programs that align with administration policies and which advance American interest will be administered by the State Department. They will be delivered with more accountability, strategy, and efficiency. I think that's absolutely great news right there. I think that'll... be one of those things where we're going to be seeing some good out of that. But just like always, the Democrats, death. They're talking about now that the big, beautiful bill's passed, we're going to have people dying and all this other stuff. And I'm like, wow, is everybody going to die or what? And then now Trump defunding USAID could mean 14 million deaths in the next 5 years. You don't believe me? Well, take a look at
State
this
Marco
right
Rubio
here.
is hailing the end of... Secretary of State Marco Rubio is hailing the end of USAID, the nation's largest foreign aid agency, even as a new analysis finds that its closure could contribute to some 14 million deaths in the next 5 years. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
So there you have it right there, folks. 14 million deaths in the next 5 years. This is, again, the fear porn. They're doing the same thing with hospitals closing and this and that closing because of the big, beautiful bill. We're going to lose jobs. I don't care what Trump does under his administration. We're not going to lose any jobs, and I think you guys know that. But what was interesting is take a look here at over here.
Also know this is just the beginning. If DOGE attacks USAID today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another target tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the Postal Service or the IRS or even the Social Security Administration. They could be next. Or maybe our national security agencies. Also know this is just the beginning.
Hey, don't tease me like that, Chucky. If he said national security agencies could be next, the IRS. Oh, my gosh, please don't abolish the IRS. That would be horrible for us. Another stupid comment. Old Uncle Bill said, how many are dead because of MSM lies about everything? Yeah, how about that? How about don't take that horse paste, guys? Now it's one of the number one recommendations for folks that are struggling with COVID. We got another big win here. Let me kick this off really quick. I would call it a big win. The University of Pennsylvania has agreed, to ban transgender women from its sports team to resolve federal civil rights cases. Now, we told you the Department of Justice, Trump administration, we're going to be going after these folks who are discriminating against women by putting men in the sports. Well, that happened today. It was the University of Pennsylvania. And it says, one of them also said, the University of Pennsylvania reaches an agreement with the Trump administration over Title IX violation, which includes, listen to this, they're going to strip the trans swimmer Leah Thomas of women's team's record and titles. Long overdue, common sense. Issuing a public statement affirming the Title IX compliance and sending apology letters to the affected female athletes. If this isn't winning, I truly don't know what is, folks. Again, you can be who you want to be, but again, when you have these young women who compete and train and you put a male ahead of them, yes. You need the keys? I don't know where the keys are, bud. You want to say hi really quick? Say hi.
Hi.
He's looking for the car keys. I had them last. Give me 1 second. I'll make sure it's not under my notepad. Yeah, they're not in here, dude. They're not in my pocket. So, it's a late night stream. Yeah, so that's good stuff. I think that's epic, but that's not good stuff, guys. Senator Scott Wiener, the groomer himself, says, as fascism rises, we get to see who resists and who collaborates. Penn and UVA, University of Virginia, are collaborating, folding like cheap tents. They won't benefit, of course, since a bully always comes back for more. And history will remember, just like it remembers who made what choices in the 1930s. So this guy that's an absolute groomer, again, I don't know how these people continue to get elected. I don't know what. We don't know. But he's saying this is fascism. By keeping males out of female sports, this is fascism. You know what it is? It's exactly what I voted for. And about, 78% of Americans agree. So this person's Scott Wiener, perfect name for the guy because he's a total ween. says that is fascism. And he's now mad at University of Virginia and Penn State. I'm glad Trump did this lawsuit so fast. I really am. I really am.
About him.
I just wanted to show you this as some comedy. Joy Reid. I don't even know where does she only have her own show? She's not on TV anymore, is it? She made a guest appearance on CNN and made a fool out of herself last week. But talking about the deportation site that's been built in Florida that we covered in our first show, that is, according to Joy Reid, a concentration camp to round up their brown people. Whoa.
To forget about him, but Ron DeSantis is still governor of Florida. He took the Comfy Couch hosts on a tour of the concentration camp that he's building in Florida in order to round up brown people, and throw them in a camp because he doesn't want them in Florida. Surprise, surprise, the economy of Florida is going to be severely harmed by rounding up brown people who, by the way, all over this country, Latinos are afraid to go to work. Anybody who is perceived or looks Latino is afraid to go to work.
I just want to say this really quick. I have a lot of Latino, I call them Mexicans, Mexican friends, and none of them are scared to go to work. Some of them are true immigrants. They came in the legal way. And many of those true immigrants are 100% for deporting these people that illegally came into the country, that cut in line. I know people that are trying to get their family here that came in the legal way, and they're going through the process, and this pushes their family members farther out because they're doing it the legal way. We should not reward bad behavior. We should not reward breaking the law, and I think you guys are going to love this video I'm going to share of Ben Bergquam here in a minute, where he was in Houston, Texas, and he caught some Nazis, or some Hamas supporters and some anti-ICE folks. So since we're listening to all the people that talk about these concentration camps, and then today, what did we hear? We heard that the big, beautiful bill has passed the Senate. It's back at the House. So Ian Omar, person that really hates this country, says kick $17 million off their health insurance, cuts nutrition for hungry kids, makes it harder for working people to afford college, biggest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich in history, but go off. Because she was responding to J.D. Vance that says massive tax cuts, especially no tax on tips and overtime. Now, I have a question for you guys. Are these billionaires really getting tips? Because that's where they say all the wealth is going to go to. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends work service industry jobs, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, and they get tips. And they pay a lot of taxes on those tips. And now you have those folks that are going to bring hundreds of dollars home, more, to put food on the table, go to college, pay for their own health insurance, feed their children. This is what it's about. We are no longer going down that road, and I know this is where, I want to say this is where kind of the fork in the road is. A lot of people, even people that voted for Trump, have what I consider abused the system. Well, hell, they keep raising prices and everything, and I'm just going to get the EBT card. It's only $86 a month, but hey, that helps out a little. And the fork in the road is we can either be what the generation I grew up in, where you put one foot in front of the other, you picked yourself up, you worked hard. If you had to get a second job, you got a second job. It sucks. There's days, you guys know, there's days we're working 14, 15, 16 hours a day. We're gone for a week. We come home and we get right back to work. I don't get to sit here. We don't get vacations because, again, we're not making it that well right now. But That's part of life. If I need to work more, I mean, I added a whole second show on top of everything else. That's just what you do. It's not, oh, let me phone a friend here. Government, can I get some freebies? Those days are over. And that's why you're seeing a split somewhat. And I'm not saying a split in the MAGA party. I'm saying a split in differences. And we're going to show you a video from Maxwell Frost in a minute. And that video tells a lot. It tells you everything I've been saying about the obstruction. But we're not done yet. Ian Omar also states this. Remember, everybody's going to die. We remember when they wanted to push Granny off a cliff. How about this? Over 50,000 Americans could die every year because of Trump's big, ugly budget bill. All to give tax breaks to billionaires. Beyond shameful. 50,000 Americans could die every year? Well, we're taking able-bodied people off of the Medicaid program and illegal aliens. And guess what? You don't have to give illegal aliens insurance if you deport them. So we have a simple solution. The others, they don't even got to really work. They can literally go volunteer. I don't like this. They can literally go volunteer at an NGO and still get their government or their taxpayer-funded health care. Karma's Coming says, wealthy people give tips. They don't receive tips. Yep. I'll tell you, my daughter has a job that receives tips in the food industry, and it'll help her out a lot. It'll help her out a lot. She's got, she had 3 jobs. Now she's down to 1.5. She helps out with one of her former bosses that she worked at their place, and then she works at this place, and then she goes to 2 separate schools. And again, not crying to anybody, not asking for handouts. And I'm proud of that. I am proud of that. Now listen to this. Listen to what he says, and we're going to break this down. We are going to break this down because I've talked about it for about a week now, and I think it's something that'll really open the eyes. Where are we at? We're right there. Uh-oh, do we got to refresh? Do we got to refresh? I think we got to refresh. Hopefully the audio and the video is coming through well. I don't ever go back and listen to my lives or rewatch them, but I will today to make sure that we are not having an issue for tomorrow.
So obviously the Senate passed the One Big Beautiful Bill version. It's now in the House hands now. What are Democrats trying to do to delay this or at least push back?
Yeah. So far we've introduced over 400 amendments. Each one of those amendments are going to give Democrats 5 minutes each to go and debate it. When this last go around, we were able to delay the bill upwards of 30 hours, and so we're going to do the same thing, do everything we can from a procedural point of view to delay this. The longer this bill is in the ether, the more unpopular it becomes. It's a very unpopular piece of legislation because it's the largest transfer of wealth from working class people and the working poor to billionaires and the ultra wealthy. So we're going to do everything we can to delay this.
Do you think Democrats?
Listen to what he says here. The whole goal is to delay the bill. And the more they delay it, the more unpopular it becomes. Because why? Because they keep telling you lies, and legacy media keeps repeating those lies. Remember, CNN, MSNBC, they're all part of the Democrat Party. Just like Planned Parenthood is part of the Democrat Party, and people are upset that we're defunding taxpayer dollars going to Planned Parenthood. But if you listen to what he says, they introduced 400 amendments. Each amendment they get 5 minutes to speak on. Delay, obstruct. Delay, obstruct. That's all they're doing. That is all they're doing. Take a listen.
Each one of those amendments are going to give Democrats 5 minutes each to go and debate it. When this last go around, we were able to delay the bill upwards of 30 hours, and so we're going to do the same thing, do everything we can from a procedural point of view to delay this. The longer this bill is in the ether, the more unpopular it becomes. It's a very unpopular piece of legislation because it's the largest transfer of wealth from working class people and the working poor to billionaires and the ultra wealthy. So we're going to do everything we can to delay this.
Do you think Democrats are doing a good enough job of getting the message out about what's in this bill and how it will affect Americans?
I think so. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it's incredibly unpopular. It's because not just us are getting the message out, but our constituents are getting the message out. People online are getting the message out. And what this bill is also greatly dividing the coalition Donald Trump built during his campaign based off of a lie that he would help working people. But he's doing what we knew what he would do. He's helping billionaires and the richest Americans.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Delay, obstruct, delay, obstruct. It's just crazy. Gavin Newsom, the one that we played for you this morning, we played a local assemblywoman, Elsmerald de Soria, saying that Gavin had to make some tough cuts because we got a $12 billion shortfall. He says, bookmark this. Take a look at this. He says, bookmark this. J.D. Vance is the ultimate reason why 17 million Americans will lose their health care. Now, hold on a second. I don't consider illegal aliens Americans because they're not. If you are not born in this country or you do not legally immigrate to this country, you are not an American citizen. Also, Gavin Newsom, what does he want? He wants to create an economy, and he's done a really good job here in California, where the people are dependent on the taxpayer. Some people would say dependent on the government, but the government doesn't make no money, folks. They take from us and give to those. And again, I am not against a hand up. Temporary hand ups, I think, are great. People fall on hard times. People fall on tough times, especially when you're taxed so much here in California that prices have gone through the roof. Prices have gone through the roof. What else do we got here really quick? This is from our friend Denise Aguilar. I'm going to look into this more. I'm going to take her word for it. But this is a tweet she put out, and I'll show you right here. It says, there's a new bill in California that can literally take children away from families with a simple form. This is a dangerous and predatory bill that will allow removal of children with no due process. Read the bill. And I'll just going to put this up on the screen. It's Assembly Bill 495, introduced by Assemblymember Celeste Rodriguez. And it says, check this out. It's an act to amend Section 234.7 of the Education Code. And it says, the bill, the Family Preparedness Plan Act of 2025, would expand the types of person who is authorized to execute caregiver's authorization affidavit to include a non-relative extended family member as defined, and grant them the same rights to authorize school-related medical care as defined for the minor that are given to guardians as specified. By expanding who is authorized to sign a caregiver's authorization affidavit for these purposes under penalty of perjury, this bill would expand the crime of perjury, thereby imposing a state-mandated local program. So I'm going to look into this a little more, and if it's worth it, I'm going to get a hold of Denise now that I got to work on some stuff to get guests on here, but bring her on here and go over this bill. Would expand the type of person who is authorized to execute a caregiver's authorization affidavit to include non-relative extended family member. So people that aren't even blood related. Because it says non-relative extended family member. So you're telling me some whack job is going to be able to, and it says as defined, and grants them the same rights to authorize school-related medical care. School-related medical care. What do you think that is, guys? I'm just going to ask you for a second. School was a little different when I was in school. It was much different. There wasn't people going to their counselor to become to get hormones or puberty blockers or things of that nature. This is going to be bad, and we're going to follow up on this, and that's a promise. That one was just not there. I'm trying to learn. Now I got a little, my board here. I'm using it here. This is kind of perfect timing here. So right now we have an opportunity for Democrats to say, hey, we get ICE has a job to do, but can we make it a priority to go after criminals, people that because they're all criminals. But other than their only crime is coming into the United States illegally. And the reason why Democrats won't do that is because the high crime rate among illegal aliens. That would be an easy one, right? Okay, if they haven't committed a crime once they illegally came into this country, can we make those people safe? You'd think that would be a smart thing for Democrats to ask. Donald Trump is a team player, and he would negotiate. Democrats aren't doing that. You know what they're saying? Look at Mayor Karen Bass double down right here.
Let me be clear. I personally won't be intimidated by these tactics. We will not be intimidated by these tactics. I will always protect Angelenos against the unwarranted and cruel actions of this administration. Let me be.
So, instead, she's going to double down for criminal illegal aliens, the rapists, the murderers, the drug dealers, the human traffickers, all those people. And then, of course, Congressman Robert Garcia. If you didn't know, I won't even go there. Listen to this.
With no criminal record. Donald Trump, Kristi Noem are not welcome in Los Angeles, Southeast Los Angeles, Long Beach, or anywhere else in our communities.
So he just said, listen to what he just said.
Donald Trump, Kristi Noem are not welcome in Los Angeles, Southeast Los Angeles, Long Beach, or anywhere else in our communities.
That is crazy. We're getting to him. He believes in borders and walls now all of a sudden. The first thing I would do if I was Kristi Noem, I would make a trip out to LA with Donald Trump. And I would stay there for a couple days. I would make these people feel the pain.
They are causing terror to people here, and they are kidnapping and arresting people with no criminal records. In addition, this massive bill that is in front of the Congress right now only supercharges the terror that could happen here in Los Angeles and across Southeast LA. It will double the amount of detention opportunities for Donald Trump and Kristi Noem. And please understand, these centers right now, people are in these detention centers with no due process, which is illegal under the Constitution, little access to attorneys or help, and many are actually saying that they're not getting enough food or water or support. These are horrific conditions that must end. I'll also say this. This community deserves justice, and we're going to make sure on the Oversight Committee and as leaders that everyone that's responsible will be held accountable.
Held accountable. I think they got another thing coming. I think all those who engage in obstructing federal law enforcement officials will be held accountable. I think we're going to start seeing that more and more, and I'm happy to see that. This was another one. We talk about the assaults on ICE agents. We talk about how Democrats like him and others call out there and say, you need to be in the streets. You need to do this. You need to do that against federal officials. We even talked about how CNN was promoting an app yesterday that notifies illegals, helps them evade federal law enforcement. And then this one came out today. This is, once again, more assaults on our federal officials. Take a look at this.
Jason, you're absolutely right. It is so despicable. And I think it is incumbent upon the politicians who have likened our ICE law enforcement to Nazis, to the Gestapo, who have completely villainized these brave men and women in law enforcement when all they're doing is enforcing the law. These are politicians who can try and change the law, and instead they go after law enforcement. Like you said, our ICE law enforcement is facing a 700% increase in assaults against them. We saw what happened in Los Angeles, where Molotov cocktails were being thrown at them. They were being pummeled by rocks and otherwise assaulted by by rioters. And we won't stand for it in this administration. We will make sure they face justice. Jason, you're absolutely right. It is so
690% increase, guys. That seems like a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot.
Despicable, and I think it is incumbent.
We're doing this. Now check this one out. I caught this one while I was working on the live. This is kind of the one that made me think about going live the most because I was still playing with it. You guys let me know in the comments if it's going okay. If again, we still have some kinks to work out. We still got that audio problem with the ad. I'll play with that once the show's over, and I'll bore you to death with that. We'll figure out what's going on there. But again, hopefully we'll get this set up and figured out how to bring guests on here. So we can bring some guests on. I know I want to do a show with Matt, a cigar time. So we'll be doing all that. Take a look at Benito. Take a look at what he got himself into.
God bless ICE. I'm gonna go talk to him. So I had to pull over here and go say hi to these retards. God bless these guys. Appreciate your service. And then you got these losers. God bless ICE. They want ICE out of Houston. God bless ICE. We want more ICE in Houston. More ICE in America. We love ICE. Deport all illegals. Yeah. What's that? You're gonna pass it through? No. This I'm using my First Amendment right, just like you guys are. What's that? You scheduled it, so you rented this sidewalk out. So this sidewalk is not. I get it. Okay. You mean like you guys trying to kill ICE, trying to dox ICE, protecting criminals and illegals? So I'm able to walk, I just can't stop. You guys can stop, but I can't?
You're antagonizing.
What do you mean I'm antagonizing?
Please walk through.
You don't have to walk through, but I do? Okay, cool, thank you. So this is it, guys. These are the communist leftists that want ICE out of Houston, they want ICE out of Texas, but they want criminals and illegals. How many rapists, how many murderers? How many rapists and murderers are okay? How many terrorists are okay? We've got his terrorist little wrap around his neck here. I'm sure he loves the terrorists, Hamas terrorists in Palestine. What do you think about October 7th? Anything? We got a Mexican flag over here. So the question is, if you say Viva Mexico, why don't you Viva in Mexico? We got a lot of people saying Viva Mexico, but they don't Viva in Mexico. Shout out to my Border Patrol guys. God bless ICE! 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 Come on, everybody! Support the rule of law! Support the rule. You got a beautiful smile, by the way. Support the rule of law! So what's the problem with ICE? How many criminal illegals do you want left in America? All of them? Some of them? Are rapists okay? Are murderers okay? Just the illegals that haven't committed additional crimes? Are you okay with all the other illegals? The terrorists, we can keep them or get rid of them? Anything? By the way, sunscreen is supposed to be more cancer causing than just the sun. So next time. I gotta smile. Come on. We gotta be healthy. We gotta stay healthy, both sides. Stay healthy. Okay, what's your name? I'm Ben. Okay, you don't have to tell me that. But look, we got to find some common ground. So, is there how many, all illegals allowed to stay? Or can we agree that rapists and murderers and terrorists, ICE can pick those people up and deport them?
I'm not engaging with you with your bad faith questions. So it's a
good faith question. Let's find common ground. You and me. I won't talk to them anymore if you talk to me. I won't talk to them anymore if you talk to me. Well, I can. But are you mansplaining?
I'm not engaging with you with your bad faith questions. Please.
Well, you don't have to, but I can keep walking. But are you mansplaining to these women? We got some crazies out here. We got some crazies out here. Is he mansplaining? What's the deal?
I want you to stand over there if you're going to sit there and you're going to do it because I don't want you to agitate and get things like that. So
You mean because they're screaming like crazy people?
Yeah, well, you can stand over here and you can do it.
So this side of the street is for lawlessness, for people that don't support our sovereignty.
It's not that. It's they planned an organized event.
Okay.
That's why we're out here.
So you can organize an event blocking a sidewalk?
To the city itself.
This is a permanent event?
Correct.
Right now, this is permanent. Okay, so I can be right there where you guys are?
Designated if you're against it, we don't want any fighting.
Right. I won't. You don't have to worry about me. I'm not a crazy liberal. Okay, but so can I walk across this way?
It would just be better for everybody if you just went that way.
But it would be better for America if we support you guys. It's funny. Who are you? Oh, you're police. Okay, undercover. Okay. I just wasn't sure. So what's interesting is they use police when they want you guys here, but these are the same people that want to defund the police. I'll jump over here. All right. God bless the police. God bless ICE. What's that? But yes, sir.
If you continue to be agitated, I'm gonna detain you and put you in the back of the car.
Right. So you're gonna detain me, but ICE, but they don't want to detain illegals.
Yes.
And I just want to confirm this.
No,
I'm
not confirming nothing for you.
Yes, I know. I think you should.
No.
So they can block traffic. They can block the sidewalk, and they can use police.
Yes, come with me.
This is the lawlessness of America, guys.
All right,
so the people that want to destroy our country. The people that want to destroy our country, the people that hate the police, are using the police to have me removed over here. Well, will you tell that guy to get on the sidewalk that supports Hamas? Can you tell him to get on the sidewalk? You will. Okay, good. So these guys, this is America, guys. This is the beautiful United States of America where we have 8 cops here. What's that? Oh, this sidewalk. Okay, gotcha. Hey, I appreciate you. God bless the police.
Right here.
I pray a special blessing on the police. I pray against those guys and the people that want to destroy this country. Okay? God bless you. We support the rule of law. God bless America. God bless every one of these police officers. And these guys, they're just lost. But this is how upside down our country is. So you have all of these communists, supporters of jihad over here, supporters of illegals over here that apparently got a permit for the overpass over the freeway to block the sidewalk. But somebody who loves America, the same people that want to defund the police, have the police remove me to this side. That's America for you. God bless ICE! God bless ICE! God bless ICE! God bless ICE! Don't let that guy mansplain to you! Don't let him mansplain to you, guys! This guy right there. He was preventing the women from talking to me. Now, to all the feminists out there, and I know some of the feminists on the liberal side have dicks. We're excluding you guys. But to the other feminists out there, is that okay for that guy to mansplain and tell you not to talk to me? Is that okay? And look at the level of police. Look at the police response to this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we got that lady over there. I don't know what she is. She says she's a cop, but she's wearing her baby t-shirt. Not looking great. 9, 10. So we got 10 police officers. We got this dude. I think it's a dude. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I can't quite tell. Are you a man or a woman? I can't quite tell. All of them, 11 officers, to protect the people that want to take ICE out and leave criminals and illegals in your city. That's what we've come to, guys. We've got cops protecting people that want to defund the police and protect criminals and illegals. total losers. They need Jesus. That's okay, but God bless the police. This is the problem when we don't have equal protection under the law, where you protect the people that want to destroy your society, and they have extra. You're in the street, sir. You're in the street, sir. We're both in the street. So it's this is the. So where can I cross?
No, you cross the street. You cannot get in the street.
Okay, I can cross it.
No, you're not going on that side.
I know, I'm not going over there. I'm not. How close can I get?
Nowhere. You cannot go.
I can't go over there.
Go over there.
So I got about a 50. They have a First Amendment right, about a 50-foot buffer from my First Amendment right. So since the crybaby liberals, they want to have their safe space over there without anyone interfering with their screaming, they get about a 50-foot buffer. And they've got their security guards over here, AKA the Houston police, to give it to them. Oh, these guys, you guys got to do better. You got to do better. You know, we're on your side. You guys are supporting the people that are trying to destroy you. All right, you said right here, right? Right here. I can go right here? I won't block traffic. I can go right here. You're saying different? How far do I have to go before I can cross the street again? How far in the back of the bus do I have to go? How far in the back of the bus do I have to go, sir? How far? You're removing me from a situation where nobody was breaking the law, simply to prevent somebody from breaking the law. That's what I don't get.
Well, to make our job easier. Yeah.
I get that, but that's not constitutional. Constitution doesn't say make police's job
spot
easier.
for you to exercise.
Right, in the back of the bus. In the back of the bus. In the back of the bus.
No, that's not. It's the same sidewalk.
Yeah, but it's not where it matters. Yeah.
Okay, if you were a police officer, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't it easier to allow you to keep doing what you're doing just away from them?
Yeah, totally.
That make
that's
sense?
not your
You're
job.
talking about stuff that doesn't
You didn't
make
choose
sense.
an easy job.
That's
you
true.
chose a shitty hard job.
I did.
That you get not nearly enough appreciation
And I appreciate
for
that.
you should
But
get.
I always like
but
to
that
tell
doesn't
that to
give you the
people.
right to say, I need to make my job easier by taking more of your rights away.
If you scheduled an event and there was a bunch of pro-ICE
Sure.
over there, and somebody came into you,
and they came in and they didn't commit a
don't care what you
crime,
want, I'm
and they
gonna
can do
remove them.
right. No, I wouldn't want them to be removed.
That's fine.
But as long as they don't commit a crime,
But I'm
you
saying-
shouldn't be able to remove them.
but you know how
shouldn't
you
be able to remove them from my event or me from their event
Well, that-
unless a crime is committed. If I commit violence or they commit violence, then you guys should be able to act. But you shouldn't be able to stop my constitutional First Amendment right to be just as equal to theirs simply by your worry that something's going to happen.
When you were in the crowd, you couldn't see what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. There were people starting to follow you around.
Yeah.
There were people starting to get behind you.
Right.
Okay. Those are all signs that something bad is about to happen. There's aggression building up.
I get
People are
that.
getting angry.
I understand.
And if they
Now,
did
we
anything to
have
you, they go to
prevent
jail.
that from
Right.
happening.
No, you don't.
We do.
No, you don't. I mean,
So
you could have
we're
come.
just gonna watch you get assaulted.
If I put myself in a dangerous situation, I should be able to deal with the consequences of that situation. And if something happens, they break the law, you should arrest them. If I get hurt because of that, that's on me.
but in your mind, what should have happened?
You guys should have let me stay over there. And you could have
what?
said, hey, guys, no violence. I mean, step up and conflict
But
resolution.
I told
say-
you, like, they scheduled this for them.
I get that. I
That's
get
like-
that. So they get their safe space. The problem I have with it is we've created extra constitutional
here's
rights
the-
that I don't think exist.
No,
just because someone else wants to be violent towards me, how does that limit my rights? Shouldn't you go to the person that looks like they're going to get violent? I mean, shouldn't you deal with them instead of me? Or you go the easy way out and you pull me out?
But you're making our job harder.
No. I'm trying to make it easier. By showing America that we don't stand with these idiots, we stand with you guys.
Which is fair.
Yeah, okay.
So if you had gone over,
I love these guys, by the way.
It's actually
if you had gone over there, and nobody else was doing the things that we saw, getting behind you, getting aggressive with you, starting to yell at you and things like that, and everybody was just doing their own thing, and protesting their own rights,
you wouldn't have a problem.
Wouldn't have custody.
So you know what?
You walked right by us.
Right. You know what I've noticed? They use that intentionally. They get violent to be able to remove people like me. I'm not the one who's going to get violent, and it clearly works. They look like they're going to get violent, so what do you guys do? You come and remove me, which is the easy thing to do. I don't disagree with you. It's the easy thing to do. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think if they got violent, then you should deal with them. I should have the exact same right there as there. They should have the same right there as there. Anywhere we stand in public spaces, unless I commit a crime, then we should have equal rights. Today, I didn't.
So you don't think I should be able
got a
to
stick behind you.
Right, they're about to whack me?
Do I have to wait for it to whack you?
Well, that's a good question. How far into the swing can they be before you can prevent? Okay. That's a good question. That's a legitimate question. Okay.
Like, it's just
All right. Hey, God bless you guys. What's your name again?
Officer Childress.
Childress and Mosley. God bless these guys. God bless Houston PD. God bless ICE. God bless everyone who protects and serves. And to hell with the people that want to destroy this country. That's all I got to say. And equal protection under the law. God bless you guys. Have a great night. Hey, God bless you guys. God bless ICE. Remember, God bless ICE. Jesus loves you. No jihad. All right, we'll see you guys.
So, once again, Ben did a wonderful job. But once again, those who love this country are the ones whose not only constitutional rights, that is a civil rights violation, your freedom of movement. And that can be pretty big from a federal level, especially under this current administration. So I just find that really interesting that happened. Ben did a great job out there, as always. Fun to watch Ben be able to get there and hit it on the streets in Houston, Tejas. So he was out there in Texas, and that was really cool to watch. But again, those law enforcement officers, and we've argued this before. We've won that argument before with law enforcement. Well, they were getting rowdy. We did it to protect you. There's a Supreme Court case that's already been decided. And so it's just one of those things. Oh, there's Will. There's Will. Sorry, just seen this. So now Will's going blind and can't return his text. I'll give him a call. Shout out here. Time is it in Texas? 10:44. All right, maybe he can help me get through this tonight. Let me just really quick check. And again, shout out to Ben. Half a shout out to Will Johnson. Maybe we'll do a give, send, go for some glasses for him. We'll have to figure that out. Let's see if anything else popped off in the meantime. I just want to see. Let's see. Breaking. Leaked photos show illegal migrant children being escorted to Trump's concentration camp. Oops, my mistake. Yeah, I don't see anything really big going on. It's all the stuff that we covered today. What was that? Damn. It's reported a fireworks facility in Yolo County, California, caught fire and led to this massive explosion. This was earlier this afternoon. Take a look at this. Boom. Look at all those fireworks going off. Well, at least you know, hopefully nobody, it was on fire, so I don't think anybody was injured. We'll look into that a little bit more, but at least you know they weren't duds. Make sure there's nothing else in here. All right, well, that sounds like it, guys. We are 100% viewer funded. Pixie, I did get your Give, Send, Go from earlier. Thank you so much for that Give, Send, Go. If you guys want to help out and donate, keep the lights on, keep us doing what we do. We are 100% viewer funded. That's the only way we are funded. You can go to Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com / Oreo 2024, or if you do mobile or online banking and you want to do a Zelle transfer to us, that link is on our website, theoreoexpress.com. Want to say thank you. Appreciate you all. Let me see how I can do this really quick. Let's see if this is going to work, and we're going to try it.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our spring percale and Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.